Well, guys, there's an IS6, well, it's an X15. Anyway, part two. Keep going here. I'm not getting started as early as I wanted to. I need to show you a quick review here of, just in case somebody doesn't know. These old 33 series fuel injection nozzles. I'll pop this one back out real quick just to show you. Shit, there goes the seal. I gotta go find it now. But on these fuel injection nozzles, on these 3306s, 3304s, I saw a guy one time had this in the vise and had a pair of pliers on this, tightening this down. I said, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Well, I'm tightening it up. It's loose." I said, "Those finger tight. That's all you do. Finger tight." And this has got the splines that go down in the pre-combustion chamber. Now I gotta go find my seal that hit the ground down there somewhere. There's an O-ring right here, big fat O-ring that comes in the kit. There's another seal up here that goes around the threads of the nozzle. And these get torqued to 105 plus or minus 5 foot-pounds. So let me set this to 105. That one. Got the glow plugs in it too, so we should have some compression on her now. All right. Those are torqued down. I see my seal down there, but I need to blow them out real good. I'm gonna blow these out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the fuel lines on it to keep shit out of it. Then we'll work on the manifold, which is going to be a joy. Okay guys, I got the exhaust manifold on there. Let's put the fuel lines on. I'm kind of chuckling to myself. I should have recorded it. I should have, but no, you know, I constantly get these scam phone calls too. And so this, you know, I say hello about 3 times and finally they pick up the phone, you know, because they know somebody's on the other end. That's how you know that when you get that pause, you know it's some full of shit thieving scammer. And it was a Florida number. And she says, "Hi, I'm calling in regards to a business matter that you have with our office." And I said, "What's the business matter?" She says, "I can't divulge that." And I said, "Well, then I don't need to talk to you." And she goes, "Hang on, sir." And I said, "Yeah, what do you need?" She says, "I need to verify your address, your mailing address." I said, "No, what's yours?" She said, "Well, what do you need my address for?" I said, "Maybe I want to come to your house and take a shit on your front porch." And she hung up on me. So, I don't know. She didn't like that very much. She don't want nobody shitting on her porch. Oh, let's see here. Trying to find a spot to put you. Right there. This little water manifold thing is just a These little things can be quite a joy to put on there. I'm gonna lube up the inside of this hose so maybe it'll slide in there a little bit better. Basically, you got two gaskets, one on the head, and then one down here on the bottom on the. Just a lot of things to line up at one time. I wonder if I can get enough. Dang it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Come on. Let's see what we got going on here. And then this gasket on the bottom, then it gets out of alignment, and then you're trying to shove it in that hose all at the same time. It's not too much fun, really. Let's see, get this thing where I can see. Pretty good light, but you gotta trying to put the magnet on a round surface, that doesn't work very well. Wonder, there we go. Oh, I got company, guys. Okay, let's see, take that one out. I guess, trying to think what's the right way to do this. I don't want to tighten that all the way yet. Thinking maybe. Can't tell where we're at here. If that's lined up or not. Seems like the bottom needs to be kicked in a little bit. Can't tell what's lined up and what's not by doing that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it still needs to go in on the bottom a bit. There we go. Damn it, come on now. Work with me. Well, that ain't gonna work. Let's put the long socket on there. Maybe an extension too, I guess. Nope, damn it. Time I got my ducks in a row there, I lost it. Nope, it's not starting. Okay, so we gotta get this lined up somehow. This one's definitely not wanting to go. I can't even begin to see it. I wonder if I can get... I think I might have got that one to start. Now, if we can get Problem Child over here to go. Okay. All right, we got our whip now. You're trying to line up 2 gaskets at one time and a hose. I don't think that started. Alright. Now, that's on here. Get this hose clamp to tighten up. Come on. I'll tell you what that's going to get is a ratchet and a socket. That's what that's going to get. Let's go ahead and throw, well, let me go get a ratchet. I know me, I'll forget about it. And then I'll put antifreeze in there and the shit will run all over the ground because I didn't put it on. And I apparently already have the socket out, laying over here. Yeah, there it is right there, laying in the shit here. Damn it. Let's go like this. Gotta get the clamp squared up here. Yeah, I don't really want to strip that clamp because it doesn't look very much fun to try to get it back loose. I'm wondering if I need to go further that way though with it. It's not quite, I don't like it. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of in the same spot that it was. Probably good enough for now. Okay, so trying to figure out, I know I got a radiator I got to put in this. What all's holding this radiator on? A bolt in the corner there, one in the corner there. basically it looks like 4 there on the top that are holding it. And does the nose gotta... I guess the guy can pull this cross brace they got in there out of there. Come straight up with it. But I'll have to pop that fan. I'll have to pop that fan back off. I think I can pop... Well, I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll cross that bridge, I guess, when I get there. I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. But we want to make sure that with this being all rebuilt the way it is, and that it holds fluids, no leaks of coolant or oil would be the ideal situation. And I got to pull this Allen plug out and put the manual heat gauge sending unit back in there. So I guess I'll go ahead. I was going to start it before I even pulled the radiator just to make sure it runs, but we still got everything to do on the bottom end. And I got to tighten up the pressure line on the turbo, which is just joyous. I'm going to show you what that consists of. Yeah, we still got to put the bottom back together. But here it is, right here. Let's see if I can get you magnetized somewhere here. And we'll take this here fancy light and go like that. Oh, wait a second. I got dirt on the magnet here on this thing. Now, get the dirt off of there. She will stick on there now. But it's way back up in here, this wonderful son of a bitch here. Then we got to tighten up the fan belts, which I'm wondering if I should even do that yet, because I'm going to be pulling the radiator out. So I may not even worry about that right now. Just kind of let it spin on there. Tomorrow, once I get it running, I'll probably wind up. Oops, shit. Man, this sumbitch is hard to get to, you know what? I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember how I got it loose, but I remember it wasn't a whole lot of fun. I do remember that. I might have it tight now. Sometimes when you get your wrench at an angle like that, it'll fool you, because you're actually binding up on something instead of actually... Yep, see? There we go. Now it's tight. Okay. I think I'll hold off on the alternator tightening it up. So, we still got to do main bearings. Still got to do that. So, I hate doing mains. Mains aren't bad if the engine's out and it's upside down or something, you know, but main bearings in frame, they suck. Okay, give me a rag to set my main cap on. Get the washer to come off of there. Bearing doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's see if we can get this one to come out of there. That is, what's that one look like? She's got a little bit of wear on her, doesn't she? Find my shop towel I had. I had a clean shot. There it is. Let's see what it looks like, guys. She got some wear on her. Not too bad though. I mean, it's just that not even down into the bronze. So it had a lot of life left in it. Okay, let me get the new bearings. Okay, let's put this new bearing in. Oh, I didn't get it centered very well. Okay, I think I'm a little bit off. Oh. I need to come back out a little ways because I'm off. There we go. I don't went too far. There we are. Okay. Got her lined up now. So far they're going in pretty good. That's another thing about them damn Packards. Man, I've never seen an engine that was so hard to roll bearings into. So tight. Man, that last one I did, the one I had all the trouble getting started, man, those bearings, I had a hell of a time getting them bearings to roll in there. Come on. Nice and easy. Okay. All right, well, this is the next one here. Pressure finally kicked in. Okay. 4-cylinder engine, so there's only 5 to do. And the caps come right out on these things. You don't have to beat the caps out of them. That's nice. Okay, let's get set up for the next one. Okay, for some of you young guys out there that are wanting to do this for a living, here's another pointer I can give you. if you're ever going to glue a pan gasket on to hold in place, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, don't do it like this. Don't glue it to the block. Always glue your pan gasket, if you're going to put any kind of silicone adhesive or any kind of glue or anything like that, put it on the part that's always being removed that you can lay on the bench and clean that off. When they're done like this and some ding-dong glues them to the block like this, they're just a nightmare. And I can see the silicone and shit sticking out where they glued it on. So that's how I know that. Sometimes gaskets just adhere themselves to the block, so you can't, you know, cuss everybody, but when you see the silicone sticking out there, you know that some shitbird made your life really miserable. Especially, you know, this wouldn't be bad if the engine was out and you could flip it upside down and do it, but with the engine in the frame, especially back here, this ain't gonna be very much fun trying to get this cleaned off. So just thought I would point that out. Okay, so I got it on number 1 top dead center. I got my oil pan plate in there. Take you a couple 3/8 bolts. There's a dimple or a countersunk hole, and turn the flats on the counter shaft, on the balancer shafts, away from the pan. Basically, the flat part will be up, and then there's a countersunk hole in the back side over here, and just thread those in by hand. I'll show you here. I'll back this off a little bit. Okay, you can see it's in the hole there, but that'll true it up if you just finger tighten them. Okay, so now you're in time. Now you can put your oil pump on. Well, we've been charging and charging on the battery. I isolated them one at a time and was charging them because 24 volt and this battery chargers. You can charge through a 24 volt system with a 12 volt battery charger, but I just isolated them one at a time and been charging on them. So we'll put the booster on there. Okay, where is the very important gauge? This is trying to see what we got here. That's wonderful. Okay, well. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's turn this on. It's smoking already. Turn this off, and what we'll do is we'll glow plug it. Hold this on the glow plug there for, I don't know, it must have some glow plugs that are burnt out too. We like smoke coming out of there, we like that. Turn that back on. What's going on now? Why is it acting like there's no... There it goes. Okay, well, I got no water in it, so anyway, she runs. Okay, so I went and got some fittings rounded up, took the dash apart because the old pressure gauge is screwed up and pegged on it. So I guess I'll be getting a gauge for that because You know, I'll put a good gauge in there because I don't want them blowing up the engine and going, well, you know, why? No, if it had a good functional gauge in it, then that's on you. You know, and oil pressure was good and everything, so I don't want it coming back on me. I just can't believe you'd be running something around here with an oil pressure gauge. It doesn't work, but okay. It's number 4 JIC going into that gauge. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I got her started. Got me a 1/4 inch pipe coupler and an adapter to go from 1/4 inch female back to number 4 male JIC, so I can get the gauge hooked up to it. Where's this in here at? Alright, now that we got a gauge on here, I'm gonna try her again and see what our oil pressure is. I'm gonna glow plug it for, oh, I got the disconnect off. Oh, and I probably should not have that at wide opening. Hang on a second. Get all this bullshit out of the way here. We'll plug it for a little bit. Shouldn't take long. Okay guys, well, it pegged my gauge, and 100 psi gauge, it pegged my gauge, so I didn't think the oil pressure was that high on these, but apparently it is. Maybe I ought to look in the book there, I'm not really certain. I'm gonna leave the dash apart on it right now, because I mean, you gotta get a damn gauge in this thing, so I'm gonna see if, I don't know if I can get this Cat one anymore. That's just, and the Cat one doesn't show PSI or anything. It just has a, you know, a red, a white, and a green. So I don't know. I'll have to look and see if you can get that gauge anymore. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna keep going here. I'm gonna go ahead and put those bolts in the main frame. Get that buttoned up. I got to put the heat sending unit in it. Radiator's got to come out of it, and I got another radiator for it to put in it, and then we can put coolant in it and then run it. So anyways, we've got good oil pressure. We verified that most definitely, and she sounds really good. So all right guys, upwards and onwards.